Okay, so what exactly is your job title?
My job title is a prevention specialist with Port Human Services, and I also hold credentials in the state of North Carolina as a certified substance abuse prevention consultant. I worked at a facility in Jacksonville called Bryn Mawr Behavioral Health Care, and they serve folks with substance abuse and psychiatric disorders, behavioral disorders. And in that, I found out about the field of prevention where we can prevent someone from getting involved with drug substances. And if you do that, you can actually steer them away from the path of substance use dependency and a life of mental health problems, because folks that are involved with drugs usually have a mental health disorder, depression, anxiety, the list goes on.
When dealing with these people that have these drug issues or drug dependencies, do you find it difficult if you get, say, too close to the person? Do you ever find yourself being too
Well,
emotionally attached?
as a professional, we have actually are trained in ethics.
Um, if you weren't doing this, what else could you see yourself doing?
I'd probably be in another human related service, working with people, probably in a ministry somewhere, probably dealing with music and reaching people through music. To a drug dependency, you want to replace that dependency with something very positive and something that's going to be not hurtful but helpful. And if you look around my office, there's games, there's curriculums, there's lots of media, things that we can do to do community events, working with kids to get them involved with band. The primary group that I work with is not adults so much as it is youth. My primary target is working with school age kids and also their parents. Counties that I serve in are Craven, Jones, and Pamlico County, and in those counties I have contracts with the schools to provide drug prevention classes with the school system. That's one part of the multi-tier part of my job. I have curriculums I can teach. I got a whole wall full of evidence-based, best practice, science-based curriculums that we use that have been proven to reduce or delay some of those indicators and empower kids to be more resilient and also avoid making poor choices with drugs through those classes. So in Pamlico County, I work with the middle school and teach a evidence-based curriculum called Reconnecting Youth, and students actually come in and take the class as a grade. They just like any other elective class, and we don't call it a drug prevention class, we call it a leadership development class, because I'm working with students that need an extra boost to get their grades up, build their self-esteem, and just look at life a little bit more positively.
Okay, so I know you work with music with the kids, but is there any other activities that you involve in teaching?
Of course, yeah. We do, of course, the evidence-based curriculums, but we also do evidence-based activities. There are activities that youth and families can be involved in that will promote healthy choices, healthy living. Coming up this weekend, we're doing for my Band Together program, a battle of the bands, and I'm actually partnering with folks in the community, the Parks and Recreation, the YMCA, Civic Theater, folks that are involved with the arts, and we're really trying to boost the arts in those with those students or youth that are ages 12 to 17, 18, maybe even college age, to encourage them to get involved with positive, healthy activities. So my job is not just the school part of it; it's also the community piece, and also environmental things. Like in the last probably 5 years, as many folks have noticed, we've gone smoke-free at the hospital. We've gone smoke-free in the schools. We've even gone smoke-free in the last year or two in restaurants and bars, which was unheard of, 10 years ago. People would have called you crazy. But
Oh, yeah.
that's also part of my prevention efforts, and I've worked with those groups with Department of Health and Human Services.
So besides the smoke free and going to the schools, you also do what, the prescription pills.
Another part of what I work with is also a coalition. You should never flush any drug down the toilet. Remember that. See, I'm working at prevention right now.
Yep. Okay, I think that'll probably about do it. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add to
Well,
teach the students? And
I think that any student that's out there, any person out there, you know, in your day-to-day life with your family and your friends, you can probably attest that drugs have been somewhere in your life. Somebody has been touched by drugs if it hasn't been you, whether it's tobacco, alcohol, or other drugs. It's a part of our culture. It's a part of our society, but it's a choice that we all have to make, and a responsibility that the entire community has to make to be responsible about drugs. They're out there, just like a lot of things. We have rules and regulations, and they're out there for a reason, to protect and make us safe. And we need to understand that lives are at stake. And if you look at the real big picture, prevention can save everybody out there a lot of money in the long run. Because right now, our country, as you know, the economy is really bad right now. And a big part of that is the multi-billion-dollar industry of having to treat people with substance abuse, addiction, and then also having to pay the bill for all the folks that are dying every day because of it. So this isn't a commercial, this is just reality. So but this is my job, this is what I do. And thank you.
thank you very much, Sam. I appreciate it.